Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, a devastating loss after a horrible accident. What's being done to help the community cope with the death of a local kindergartner?
Wednesday's storm system could bring some precipitation to parts of the area. It could be snow, it could be sleet, it could be rain, and some of you might not see much at all. We're breaking it down. That's coming up.
And COVID-19 concerns in the classroom, why the vaccine won't be mandated in Virginia schools.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany McGraw.
I'm John Carlin. The sudden tragic death of a 5-year-old kindergartner has an entire community rallying around his family tonight.
10 News reporter Annie Schroeder is working for you to break down the details and how the community is stepping up to help.
Tonight, people across Pulaski County are mourning the death of 5-year-old Austin Wingo. The Pulaski Police Department says it responded to the YMCA in town around 2:30 yesterday for reports of a potential drowning. Officials found an unresponsive boy who was taken to the hospital and later flown to Roanoke, where he died. We did go by the YMCA today and saw that they were closed. Pulaski County Public Schools created a memorial fund to honor the life of Austin Wingo. They say he was a kind-hearted student at Chrysler Elementary School. They say little Austin showed unshakable optimism and an incredible love for his family, especially his older sister. The school district says he will be missed far beyond what words can convey. It started the memorial fund in hopes of helping his family through this incredibly difficult time. The school says it will have counselors on hand for any students who are grieving. If you're interested in donating to the memorial fund, we'll have more information over on WSLS.com. In Pulaski County tonight, Annie Schroeder, 10 News, working for you.
Turning now to your forecast, where it is finally starting to feel like December outside.
It sure is, and some of us might actually be seeing some snow, but it's going to be weird because some people won't see anything. Justin?
Yeah, got to temper the expectations. There was a little bit of hype about this one for much of the week. Here's a look at what the radar could potentially look like at about 7 tomorrow morning. So you see the blue indicating snow to the north and the northwest, and then green, yellow, orange indicating rain to the south and southeast. In between, you see this big dry slot for much of Virginia and western North Carolina, and that is the limiting factor for tomorrow's storm system. So it does look like at least some folks see some snowflakes, maybe some people see some rain showers, some sleet maybe going to be possible, but not a big event as we go into your Wednesday. Right now, the radar is completely quiet. As we go into the later stages of tonight, maybe about 12 hours from now, we will start to maybe see a little bit of precipitation showing up on this map. 3-degree guarantee comes in successful once again. The forecast for today, 46. We hit 48. That's another $10 to the pot for West End Center, and the temperatures are now starting to fall again. Roanoke's at 42. Lynchburg and Smith Mountain Lake have dropped down into the 30s, joining folks in the New River Valley. The temperatures continuing to fall as we go into tonight. Our lows in the 20s and 30s. The clouds are going to be increasing tonight as well ahead of that next storm system, which is going to cause the possibility for some precipitation early in the day. Eventually we get the sunshine towards the afternoon, but it is going to be chilly all day tomorrow. We're only going to be topping out in the 40s. But soon we could see record highs back in the area once again. We'll tell you when. That's coming up in a few minutes.
Prosecutors called several officers to testify in day 2 of the trial against a Narrows police officer. Chad Stilley is charged with involuntary manslaughter for a deadly motorcycle crash. New at 6, 10 News reporter McKinley Strother has details from inside the Giles County courtroom.
This trial is all about choices. July 2020, Narrows police officer Chad Stilley made a choice to set up a roadblock, as the Commonwealth consistently described it, telling no one. Did he comply with his training? Was it in compliance with his department policy? Was he simply just trying to protect the innocent? Did he make the right choice? Under this rubble is 28-year-old Michael Accord, lifeless.
It was like that quick.
Inside the car is Officer Stilley.
The bike hit him and smashed and shattered into a bunch of pieces.
The facts of this case are that Accord led police on a chase down 460 in Giles County at speeds greater than 100 miles per hour. He hit Stilley's patrol car near 3rd Street and died. Witness, the Pearisburg officer who led that chase. After witness, the state police training instructor, Stilley's academy leaders, even the Giles County sheriff were all used the same way by the attorneys.
Do you teach a practice or a protocol where people, police officers, are taught to use their vehicles to protect other people if a pursuit is coming?
No.
The Commonwealth wanted the jury to see Stilley defied most policing policies and trainings on lethal force.
Is it fair to say that you drilled into them over and over and over again? Save the innocent, protect the innocent? Yes.
The defense wanted the jury to see Stilley was simply protecting innocent cars Michael Accord put in danger by leading police on that chase. Tomorrow, more eyewitnesses will take the stand. We also expect to hear from Officer Stilley. In Giles County, I'm McKinley Struther, 10 News, working for you.
Thank you, McKinley. Meanwhile, the governor continued his thank you tour this morning with what could be the largest investment in public safety in Virginia history. The proposal includes a 7.7% pay raise for newly sworn-in state troopers. They are hoping that this will help with retention and recruitment.
All of these individuals have bills to pay, and when you talk about morale, I think to get finally the compensation that they deserve will help morale significantly in all of the departments.
And on top of that, the starting salary for new corrections officers will go up by 25%, and the average entry-level salary for deputy sheriffs and regional jail officials will increase by 20%.
A record-breaking donation will advance a long-awaited project at Virginia Tech. Today, a Hokie alumnus donated $35 million to replace the old engineering building, Randolph Hall, with what will be the largest building on the Blacksburg campus. The gift from Norris Mitchell and his wife Wendy will go toward construction as well as activities and programming. Mitchell says he's happy to give back to the school that helped shape his career.
How to evaluate problems. Everybody has problems. What's important when you look at something? What's not important? What should you concentrate on? That came from my engineering education, and that was with me all the way through my career.
Construction could start in the summer of 2023.
The Virginia Department of Health will not mandate COVID-19 vaccines in schools. The agency took no action on a petition to require the shots in children. We're told that they lacked the, quote, clear statutory authority to make that happen. Barring federal action, then, the failed petition likely marks an end to efforts to require the vaccine in Virginia public schools.
A local school district is making it easier for students and staff to get tested for COVID-19. Starting tomorrow, Lynchburg City Schools will give away free at-home testing kits, as well as offer weekly testing in schools with permission from parents. It's all voluntary, and the district says more than 100 students are already signed up. The nose swab test will be in 6 different schools. The goal is to find positive cases as soon as possible to slow the spread.
In terms of being an extra layer of protection, not only for the classrooms and quarantining less students, your family at home would also have a better ease or a better state of mind knowing whether or not that child or that staff member is positive or negative as well.
Only positive tests will be shared with school leaders and the health department.
Coming up, helping the homeless, the steps the rescue mission is taking in response to Roanoke's new camping ordinance. Plus,
may we always honor and respect those who have served.
Service and sacrifice. The ceremonies here at home and across the country marking 80 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor.
New at 6, the Roanoke Rescue Mission is responding to a new ordinance that bans sleeping on city streets and sidewalks. We are told that staff will be undergoing training to better understand some of the challenges in the homeless community. This comes after several people addressed concerns about a lack of suitable services during last night's city council meeting.
Amherst County is looking to extend the amount of time families can live in an RV while homes are being built. Right now, it's 30 days, but a new ordinance would allow people to stay in a camper for up to 1 year on their property. The Board of Supervisors met earlier this afternoon to talk about moving forward with these plans.
We're trying to create a process that is not only legal, but is safe for the homeowner to be able to do that. We have a number of people that request it and would like to do that, so we feel like it's a move that could be a win-win.
A public hearing will soon be held for discussion on the RV ordinance.
And here's how temperatures, clouds, and precipitation could look at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you're a fan of wintry weather, this is not what you want to see. We're breaking down what you can see in your zone tomorrow. That's after this break.
It's been 80 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Hundreds of Japanese bombers hit Battleship Row, sinking several ships in the Pacific Fleet.
More than 2,400 service members and civilians died that day, and 24 hours later, the United States officially entered World War II.
This morning, President Joe Biden and the First Lady visited the World War II Memorial in the nation's capital to remember the sacrifice of our veterans.
And there were also services here at home to mark 80 years since the attack.
This afternoon, the Hotel Roanoke and Conference Center hosted a commemorative ceremony to honor the sacrifice of the greatest generation.
The hotel partnered with the American Legion Post 240 of Daleville, as well as Woodman Life Roanoke Chapter 66 for the event. Veterans and active duty military were on hand as the Botetourt County chapter of Daughters of the American Revolution laid a commemorative wreath.
We give thanks to them, we give honor to them for them willing to give their lives, and many of them did that very day during Pearl Harbor.
Earlier this morning, dozens came together at Freedom Plaza in downtown Roanoke to pay their respects while also honoring local Navy veteran Sonny Economy. His daughter brought wreaths to the memorial with hopes to continue his legacy since he passed.
This is very, very important. I mean, the most important thing in his life was knowing that people knew history of the United States, what happened, and how respected, how much they need to respect this land.
We're told the only thing that he loved more than country was Wrigley's gum, which he was known to pass out around town.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Well, your Tuesday dominated by sunshine. Of course, we've lost the sun's rays because, of course, the sun set a little bit more than an hour ago. First thing on Wednesday morning when the sun rises, it's likely to be a little bit more gray outside because we do expect the clouds to increase. This is the view of our Roanoke, Virginia Tech Kirlian sky cam. You can see the radar is pretty quiet as we go into our Tuesday evening. Eventually, as we go into the early stages of Wednesday, we could see a little bit of activity on the radar because we have a storm system coming our way. We'll show you exactly what precipitation type you can expect coming up in just a second. Big change in the temperatures compared to Monday and where we were over the weekend. Pretty chilly out there today, and temperatures are falling as we go into the evening. Right now we're in the 30s across the NRV and still seeing a few 40s, but those 40s are becoming fewer as we go further into the evening. Your patio forecast is not looking good if you were hoping for some warm temperatures. It looks like it is going to be chilly outside, but if you have the fire going, maybe it won't feel too bad. Temperatures in the upper 30s at 7 o'clock. We're down into the middle 30s by 11, and of course the clouds are going to be increasing. That trend continues into the later stages of tonight. Could see some scattered precipitation late tonight around maybe 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And tomorrow morning, our lows are going to be down into the 20s and 30s, forecasting just below freezing for Roanoke. The temperatures not really recovering all that much as we go through the day tomorrow. You can see we only get up to about 48 for the high in the Star City, and we do have those small precip chances as we start off the day for a good portion of the area. So rain or maybe some snow, maybe some sleet for some of us early in the day on Wednesday. There's going to be another precipitation chance as we go into Friday and Saturday, and temperatures are going to be much warmer for that one. So it looks like just plain old rain. Eventually behind that system, we are going to see another cool down by Sunday. So some ups and downs with the temperatures continue over the next week or so. Want to give you a look at that next storm system so you can see winter trying to fight back, but it does not look like it's going to be doing a very good job of doing so as that storm system kind of pushes in. You see most of the moisture down to the southeast and some of it off to the northwest. We have this big dry slot in between, though, which is, of course, where we live in southwest and central Virginia. So the odds of a whole lot of precipitation tomorrow morning are not all that high. We continue to play Future Tracker into motion. Does look like most of the precip is done by the middle of the day, and we actually are going to be out into pretty much full sunshine, but by the time we get to the afternoon. Here's a look at those precipitation types for Wednesday morning. So best odds of wintry weather, some snow, some sleet going to be in the highlands. Think that south side sees mainly rain out of this system, but the dry slot is going to keep things mainly dry for the Roanoke Valley, Lynchburg, and the New River Valley. I know there was a lot of hype about this system, but there are going to be other systems as we go further into winter. In fact, winter hasn't even officially started yet, so we'll look forward to that later this season. All right, here's a forecast for the next 24 hours. You can see the low overnight tonight, pretty cold, 31. The clouds increasing and that possibility for some scattered precip early in the day tomorrow, but we'll see some sunshine by the afternoon. The high tomorrow about 48. Similar temperatures on Thursday, but they start to trend up as we head into the weekend. We're actually going to be pretty close to record highs by Saturday, but then we're going to cool down again for the second half of the weekend. We'll send things back over to John and Brittany.
And with a chance for this winter weather, take on your local weather authority. And if you correctly guess the first significant snowfall in Roanoke, you will be entered to win this Yukon Fire Pit.
John, you give this rave reviews.
Rave reviews. I have one, yes.
All right. Well, to play, you have to be a WSLS insider. You have until December 21st to sign up on WSLS.com.
All right, Britt, we're going to hear from the Hokies on the bowl invite to the Big Apple and a live report standing by from Liberty, where the Lady Flames ready to host the Virginia Tech women. Sports is next.
And now, the Freedom First Sports Desk with John Appicello.
Well, the Hokies' new staff is recruiting while the old staff is preparing for the Terps and the Hokies' first ever trip to the Pinstripe Bowl in the Big Apple.
Bowls you remember, the ones you win. So we're going to prepare like hell when we're in Blacksburg. We're gonna get down or get up to New York and still continue to prepare a little bit, take a little bit off of them in practice, so they can actually enjoy. I want these guys to enjoy being in New York.
It's an honor for us to be up there, and certainly the connection to the Yankees. Certainly the worldwide brand and all that it means, but in this neck of the woods, the Yankees name means a tremendous amount.
All right, while bowl preps are underway, Virginia Tech has added Chris Marve as their new defensive coordinator. He comes to Virginia Tech from Florida State, where he was the Florida State linebacker coach and defensive run game coordinator for the past 2 seasons. Take on 10, 28 of 42, solid week for us. Brooke Leonard leading the way with 10 correct. Brooke doing some good consulting these days. Eric and I both with 9. Freedom First turns in 26 with Brent leading the way with 10. So through 13 weeks, we gained 2 picks. Freedom First still leading, but lots of season left. To the hardwoods, the Virginia Tech women are right on the edge of the top 25, coming off a close loss to 11th ranked Tennessee this weekend. The Hokies will try and respond at Liberty tonight. 10 Sports' Brooke Leonard joins us live from Lynchburg for more on that one. Brooke.
Appy, Coach Brooks said on Sunday that it was not a moral victory, and there was a lot to learn, specifically learning to play better as one, and that will be put to the test tonight against a tough Flame squad.
Well, we're going to need to see determination because Liberty's a good team. You're going onto their home floor, and we know it's going to be a battle. It's going to be hard. It's probably going to be an emotional game for both sides, and we don't have a lot of time for rest. So we're gonna probably walk through some things tomorrow, head on down to Lynchburg, and try to prepare mentally.
Liberty is 7-1 on the season. Their only loss was by 2 points to Memphis last month, and the Hokies' newest shooter, Emily Lytle, scored over 1,000 points in her 3 years at Liberty. And speaking of 1,000 points, Hokies' Liz Kitley is just 9 points away from joining that 1K club. She'll be the 29th person at Virginia Tech to achieve that goal. Live in Liberty Arena, I'm Brooke Leonard. Highlights coming at 11.
Thank you, Brooke. On the way out, Tony Bennett's Cavs at Mark Byington's Dukes tonight. Bassett at Stanton Rivers being postponed. And, of course, Fitzmagic. No more this year. Back to you.
Nightly news coming up next.